This hour brought to you by GCNLife.com. Live younger, look younger, feel younger at GCNLife.com.
Good morning, friends. Greetings and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day in The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 33 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, you've come to the right place. We welcome your calls on The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number. If you have questions about the longevity products, longevity business, you can find out more about our longevity products at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can also sign up to join the Brightside Ben team off the websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com, or call 866-735-2470 for more information. Also, would like to remind you to please check out our Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com. We've got new products coming out here probably next week on truthtreatments.com. We've got a blog post. And also, if you like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, you'll have access to our Instagram Lives and Facebook Lives. Facebook stays up for a while. Instagram goes away after 24 hours. I try to do them on a somewhat regular basis, and they're always packed with good information about how to take care of your skin. There's so many misunderstandings and non-understandings about how we take care of our skin. No surprise, there's so many misunderstandings and non-understandings about how we take care of our bodies in general, how we take care of our lives in general. This is our theory of the case. This is what's happening as we see it here on the bright side. We're sicker than ever. Physical health and mental health markers are all dropping. We're living shorter. Our longevity's dropping. And we can't medicalize our problems away. The good news is we have power. The bad news is if we buy into the memes, we're going to lose our power. Yesterday, if probably some of you guys watched the debate, I watched that Democratic debate. I watched both of them. And just as I predicted, everybody's is all about health care for Medicare for all. And the big argument is, should you keep your private insurance or should you have Medicare? But everybody thinks drug prices are too expensive. Bernie Sanders wants to drop drug prices by half. And he sounds like a good guy and everybody cheers. Well, it reminds me of how the Stockholm syndrome, which is where when people get kidnapped, they end up falling in love with their kidnappers. People fall in love with their abusers. Oh, the pharmaceutical industry loves us. They love us. The drug companies want to make sure that we are really, really healthy. They've got all this wonderful stuff. Actually, they don't love us. That's not the meme. The meme is that they have all these wonderful drugs, but they're holding out on us. And they're making us pay a lot of money for these wonderful drugs. That's the meme. The meme is the drug companies are evil, but not because their wares are evil, what they're producing is evil, but because they're charging us too much for what they produce. It's a really sneaky mind, you know what. It gets you to think that the drug companies have these hidden cures for you. And they never say cures, but the implication is there. The implication is that you're going to be better off when you take your drug, and you're being deprived of your high blood pressure drug, and that's going to kill you. Well, how about if we practice some SDR breathing? That'll lower your blood pressure. That's free. Now, I'm not saying Bernie Sanders is, doing this, or any of them are doing it in an evil sort of way. They're just ignorant, like most people, not present company excluded. If you're listening to this program, the Republicans are going to do the same thing. They're going to have the same kind of some sort of healthcare system and with free medicine and free whatever. Bernie Sanders actually quoted Canada yesterday, and I always get the Canadian example. I always get a kick when people quote Canada or point to Canada as a paragon of what is possible when you have healthcare. It is a paragon of what's possible, but not in a good way. As my friends in Canada know. Everybody takes drugs because they're free. Everybody interacts with the medical model because it's free. It's much harder to get nutrition. It's much harder. In fact, Longevity had a big problem. They still have a problem getting all their nutritional supplements into Canada, but you can get your drugs for free. And that's just what the government healthcare is going to do, because you got lobbyists, you got corporate interests. And, I mean, it's a nasty system. And even people who are against big money in politics don't have a problem saying that the government should get involved in somehow in bed with the drug industry and the insurance industry and the health industry. Anyway, the message here is we have power. I don't want to dwell on the bad stuff. The message here is we have power by learning how to leverage our lifestyle choices. And if you're sick and you think you've tried everything, that's the wrong attitude. You got to keep looking. You got to keep trying. You got to keep fine-tuning. You got to keep refining. The good news is when you start to apply the principles correctly, you'll get results, and quickly. I call it the STAR system. STAR, STAR. It's an acronym. It stands for strategy, tools, application, results. Strategies. You always want to start off with a strategy. I can tell when a lot of times people send me emails where they have a list of all the supplements they're taking, and there's no strategy. It's just a whole bunch of supplements. Because this guy told him this, and this commercial said that, and this doctor suggests this, and this neighbor says that, and they just kind of cobble together a bunch of supplements, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. You always want to start with a strategy. The triangle of disease is a strategy, or applying the triangle of disease is a strategy. Start with the digestive system, work to the blood sugar system, calm the body down. Use nutritional supplementation. Make sure you're eating less food. These are all parts of a strategy of calming the body down so it can rebuild itself. The body doesn't build when it's under duress. The body doesn't build when it is deficient. Just say duress. When the body's under duress, it conserves its resources. This is so important. When the body, it feels like it doesn't have enough of what it needs to grow, it slows down. It down-regulates. My favorite word in biochemistry is up-regulate. That's what you're looking for. You've got to have a strategy that up-regulates, and your strategy is going to take into account two directions: the bad stuff and the good stuff. And I know that's being simple, but that's basically what it is. Bad stuff out, good stuff in. Your tools, nutritional supplementation, foods, your body itself via breathing and movement, application. You do it in a balance of rest with stress, with stimulation. I will say stimulation and rest. Stress being a kind of stimulation. The stress itself is not a problem. It's the stress that does not exist in a context of rest. Stress is your friend if it's within a context of rest. A little bit of stress and a lot of rest. So your strategy is going to be to nutriate, to move, to oxygenate, rest. Your techniques, your tools, I should say, are going to be supplements, foods, the body itself, the mind itself. Application is going to be in a yin-yang fashion where you put a little bit of duress on the system and then a lot of rest. And the beautiful thing about the STAR system, no matter what it is, you'll always, always, always get results. Start with a strategy, a recipe. A strategy is like a recipe. I can't bake chocolate chip cookies, but I can bake the best chocolate chip cookies that the greatest chocolate chip cookie chef on the planet can bake if I have a recipe. That's why you always want to start off with a direction, something you're trying to accomplish. It's true about anything. A strategy is a guideline, a menu, not a menu, a formula, or a recipe. in the lab, I always start off with a recipe or a formula when I'm making a product. I always start off writing down the formula. That's my strategy, formula. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll continue on the bright side right after this.
Most of you know that heart disease is the #1 silent killer in the U.S. What if I told you for just $54.95 a month you could fight against heart disease naturally? At Heart and Body Extract, we've been helping thousands of people get back to a healthier heart. Don't just take my word for it. Check out all of the success stories at hbextract.com. Or to order, call 866-295-5305. That's 866-295-5305. hbextract.com. Don't risk it when you can take charge of it.
Bags under the eyes, crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles are things adults complain about as they age. Now, there's Instantly Ageless. It works in minutes and is great for men and women.
I've probably noticed in the past 5 years that my eyes have gained a lot of fine lines, wrinkles, my crow's feet have gotten deeper. Wow. I was hoping for 5 years, but that's like what my eyes looked like 10 years ago.
That is really cool. Wrinkle gone.
It's easy. You just put it on your finger and go. Now I wish I had more down here because I can still see one wrinkle. It's bugging me.
I am a little bit emotional. Turning 40, I didn't think would be a big deal to me, but that looks like the me that I feel like inside instead of what I see when I look in the mirror.
Try Instantly Ageless today at gcnlife.com. That's gcnlife.com. 30-day money-back guarantee and preferred price discount at gcnlife.com. That's gcnlife.com.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
When you have a pain in the neck, a real pain in the neck, back, shoulder, or legs, you now have 2 convenient choices to get fast relief without taking another pill. Because now, Sunny Bay heating wraps and pillows are available at both Amazon and Walmart. Yes, see Sunny Bay's 4.5 to 5-star customer reviews on Amazon.com or Walmart.com. Our microwavable heat wraps, heatable neck pillows, and extra large body wraps are designed better for perfect support where and when you need it. Even while driving, Sunny Bay wraps will not burn and stay balanced to provide soothing hot or cold therapy to help treat temporary or chronic pain. And the best part, Sunny Bay quality products start at under $20. Join thousands of happy customers and see why Sunny Bay products have a lifetime 100% positive rating on both Amazon and Etsy. It's easy. Click Amazon or Walmart and search today for Sunny Bay.
Anytime, any place, anywhere. Radio remains the most intimate of all forms of media. At home, at work, in the car, on smartphones. Over 90% of consumers still listen to radio every week. That makes choosing radio as a place to advertise your business one of the best decisions you can make. Email advertise@gcnlive.com and partner up with an experienced GCN representative. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010. Got lots of lines open for you. We'll get your calls in our next segment. We're on the air Monday through Friday on the bright side, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time, and 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. Also, We've got a blog and YouTubes and videos, and if you just Google Pharmacist Ben, you'll get all kinds of stuff on the web. I've been doing videos and interviews since, oh my goodness, probably for 10 years now. There's all kinds of stuff out there. Some stuff is, 10 years is a long time. There's a lot of stuff out there from how I was. It's interesting to see yourself on video from 10 years ago. In any case, Google Pharmacist Ben or go to pharmacistben.com or brightsideben.com or criticalhealthnews.com. Also have a new website coming up, truthnourishment.com, with various products that I like that you can't get anywhere else or are hard to find. And I just like them. And I think that they can help a lot of folks. So I just put them on my website. That's truthnourishment.com. Thank you to Robert Lundgren for setting that up. All right, so we've been talking about some of these techniques, these ideas, a lot of mental ideas, beliefs involving beliefs and mind strategies or lifestyle, let's just say lifestyle strategies for staying healthy. That's really what this program is about. It's about using lifestyle strategies to stay healthy. It's tools for having a really powerful, effective life. I consider myself more of a motivational speaker than a nutritionist. I want to motivate people, not just about health, but about life. There's a really cool website, by the way, called medium.com. Medium, just like it sounds, medium.com. It's got kind of interesting articles. This is an article I caught this morning. You must open your mind to see the hidden layers of reality. An open mind is not limited by fear. Quote, there are many layers to reality other than the physical, temporal, mental, and emotional. These layers have become hidden through our choice of beliefs. It is therefore us that has come to hide from them through not focusing upon them, on these beliefs. We hide from our beliefs. We don't want to see our responsibility, our mental responsibilities for how our life shows up. And this, if we do happen to perceive one of these layers, continuing on in this article, if we do happen to perceive one of these hidden layers, we have powerful mechanisms that tell us we did not perceive what we think we just did. These mechanisms operate through fear. The fear drives our ability to quickly and effectively ignore or dismiss what we do not understand, present company excluded. You have to have an open mind to what you do not understand. You have to be willing to explore the hidden layers. If you're sick on the surface, there's a hidden layer that's driving it. As Quantum Jeff told us, hello Quantum Jeff, assume you're listening, he said the visible world always comes from the invisible world. In the world of health, where you see the illness is not where the illness begins. In the world of skin, where you see the problem on your skin is not where the problem begins. This is a fundamental pillar, a fundamental principle in healing. Where you see the problem is not where the problem begins. It's like a leaf in a tree. The classic example is leaves on a tree. The problem on the leaf doesn't start at the level of the leaf. The cause of the leaf problem is not on the leaf. It's in the root, and it's in the trunk. It's in the tree. If you want to be healthy, you got to go to the trunk, the tree, the trunk, and ideally the root. And the root is always going to involve, at least, it may actually be the direct cause of some kind of mental or a belief system, some kind of mental, bad mental idea or bad idea. Before we went to break, I was telling you about the STAR system: strategy, tools, application, results. You start with a strategy, whatever you want to accomplish. If you have a symptom, rest assured you got a problem. Your strategy should be, how am I going to reduce that symptom without drugs? If you can reduce that symptom, then you know you've addressed the problem. That's why fasting is so important. Fasting, for the most part, will reduce inflammatory symptomology, especially inflammatory symptomology that is periodic, that comes and goes. If you have inflammatory or pain symptoms that come and go, fasting is an ideal strategy. Calming the body down is an ideal strategy. Fasting is a tool or a technique. How do you fast? I get this question all the time. How do you fast? You stop eating. That's how you fast, and drink water and stop for a day. Or at least, maybe if you can't do water, a tiny little bit of celery juice. Celery juice is an amazing fasting aid because of the nitrogen. Nitrogen gives you power that has nothing to do with calories. Oh yeah, oxygen's the same way. Oxygen gives you power that has nothing to do with calories. So you start, your strategy is going to be to find a way to reduce the symptom. Fasting is the best way to do it. The strategy is going to be to calm the body down. That's what we're really talking about, is relaxing the body, allowing the body to stand down. Illness is a defensive response. Illness is based in defensive responses. When you calm the body down, you basically are telling the immune system, the defensive system, to stand down. Praise God, we have an immune system, but the problem is because of how we constructed our society and our culture at this point in history, our immune systems are constantly jacked up. So anything you could do to calm the body down, that's the first part of your strategy. And then you want to put the good stuff in. That's the second part of the strategy. Make sure you get your nutrients. Make sure you get food, quality food, nutrient-dense food, and not a lot of it. Calories down, nutrition up. Calorie restriction, optimum nutrition, the Cron diet they call it. Your tools are going to be supplements, good foods. How do you apply the tools? On and off. Stimulate, relax. Stimulate, relax. You eat a little bit, you lay off food for a long period of time, or a relatively long period of time. And the beautiful thing about the STAR system, STAR, you'll always get results. Always, always, always. Work with food, nutrition, respiration, the digestive system, movement, relaxation, positive thinking, positive emotions, spirituality. You can throw in forest bathing, or at least staying out in nature, service to your fellow man and woman, and dogs and pets and animals, service. Just the act of service activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation nervous system. Gratitude. Don't forget gratitude. Grace. There's an interesting religious or theological connection between being saved and grace. We're saved by grace. Well, guess what? Saved means safe. Grace means parasympathetic. You're safe when you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, because that's your safety nervous system. Service and gratitude are safety and parasympathetic. It's all, this is not airy-fairy. This is all based in biochemistry. Love, oxytocin, safety, visualization. High-performance athletes, NFL football players, NBA basketball players, Major League Baseball players, Olympic athletes. Visualization is a key component of their training. Visualization is part of their success. All high-powered athletes use visualization. What does that tell you? That means to perform. If you want to perform at a high level, you visualize. Learn to visualize. It's so important. There's a really cool book. I don't remember the name author, but the book is called Creative Visualization. Get it. If you're sick, get it. If you have cancer, there's so much literature on visualization improving cancer symptoms. I've even read stuff about visualization being involved. I don't know if directly cured anybody, but be involved in curing spontaneous remissions. What do you think a spontaneous remission is, by the way? It's the body curing itself, and they happen frequently enough that they're in the literature, and if it can happen to one person, it can happen to anybody. Spontaneous remissions. Cancer just disappears. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lines open. We'll be back on the bright side right after this.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Slingbow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug-out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of Slingbow, a new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
Looking for that edge during those intimate moments? We see many ads for enhancement, but the side effects include death. At GCN Team, we should change the Healthy Body, Brain, and Heart Pack to the Healthy Libido Pack. The brain and heart are not the only organs that require a healthy vascular system. For proper blood flow at the right moment, go to GCNteam.com or call 877-878-4203. That's 877-878-4203. That's 877-878-4203.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
Breaking news as the Supreme Court's announced it will consider appeals concerning DACA, the Obama-era policy protecting dreamers, which are the millions of young Americans who were brought into the United States illegally as children. The Trump administration appealing rulings blocking attempts to repeal the program. The High Court will recess for the summer, so the case won't actually be heard until this fall. President Trump is still in Osaka, Japan for the G20 summit, and tomorrow he'll be meeting there with the Chinese president with trade at the top of the agenda. Today, Trump met with Russia's President Vladimir Putin, and during a photo opportunity when asked if he had told Putin not to meddle in the 2020 election, the president wagged his finger at Putin and said, "Please don't meddle in our elections." This is USA Radio News.
Between the unbeatable performance and lower operating costs, electric cars are going places like never before. In fact, a survey by Drive Change Drive Electric tells us that 8 out of 10 Northeasterners agree electric is the future of automobiles. Travel expert Zach Houghton.
The vast majority of Northeast drivers, about 3 in 4, believe it's important to move towards electric cars, and 88% also want to reduce their vehicle emissions. So while drivers are interested in these cars, the problem is that most of them don't understand how and where to charge or even realize that charging stations are available to them.
Houghton told us a new campaign called Destination Electric hopes to change all that by celebrating businesses that support driving electric in communities across the Northeast.
Destination Electric businesses all have a storefront decal to alert visitors that charging is nearby. So far, over 100 local businesses have joined Destination Electric to demonstrate their support for electric cars and to let their customers know that they could be charging while they visit.
Visit Drive Electric US to learn more.
Heart disease kills over 600,000 Americans every year. For heart health, Ben Fuchs recommends CardioFX.
CardioFX is a source of the B-complex vitamins. There's 120 milligrams of vitamin C per dose. So you're going to get your vitamin C, you're going to get your B-complex in the CardioFX. The CardioFX is also a source of sulfur in the form of N-acetylcysteine. Sulfur deficiency can lead to elevated homocysteine, and it is thought to be one of the major reasons why vegetarians are at higher risk in some countries and based on some studies for heart disease than folks who eat animal protein. It has something to do with the lower sulfur content of vegetarian diets, and you will get sulfur in the form of N-acetylcysteine in the CardioFX product. N-acetylcysteine can be converted into taurine. So all in all, it's a pretty well-rounded cardiovascular nutritional supplement.
Concerned about heart health? Order CardioFX by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Or on the web at brightsideben.com.
Jake was in big trouble with the IRS. He owed how much?
$92,000.
Ouch. And the IRS left no room for Jake to breathe.
They put a lien on my house, took all the money out of my bank account, took money out of my paychecks. So it was a nightmare.
He needed help fast.
I figured that all these companies were the same until I called Federal Tax Management. You could just tell they knew what they were talking about. Right then and there, I felt like I had some hope.
Stop the liens, levies, and garnishments fast and qualify for one of several special IRS programs that could reduce or even eliminate your tax debt. So, how'd it go for Jake?
They did what they said they would do. They came through for me. I ended up saving an unbelievable amount. I was so jazzed. I was extremely happy.
If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, take Jake's advice.
Give Federal Tax Management a phone call. If they help me, they can help anybody.
Call the Federal Tax Management Hotline now. 800-503-8625. 800-503-8625. 800-503-8625.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
We are back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben, and we've got lines open for you at 844-236-6010. We'll get your calls in just a moment if you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, something you may have heard about or read about, or if you just have a comment or a success story, or you just want to contribute to the conversation. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm reading a book called The Meme Machine by Susan Blackmore. It's a little bit of a scientific. Susan Blackmore is a physicist, is a philosopher, and I think she might also be a biologist. But she writes a lot of philosophical books, and she writes about the analogy between memes and genes. And she says, she asks the question anyway. She doesn't draw a conclusion, but she asks a question. She's an evolutionary biologist, I guess. She asked the question, are human beings just meme machines? Well, I would say potentially, and a lot of us are unfortunately meme machines. We just pass memes on and we make our decisions and we live our lives based on what we're told. But I would assume that many of you listeners are not meme machines. You're critical thinkers. A meme machine is like a zombie. A meme machine is not really present to what's happening in the moment because they're just operating on what they were told, and that was based in the past. So the difference between being a meme machine and a critical thinker is the difference to me of being a zombie and a real live human being. We become zombified. When we live by memes, we live like zombies. When we live as critical thinkers, where we examine our lives, we examine what we're doing, we examine ourselves. Socrates said, the unexamined life is a life that's not worth living. And what he meant in the year 600 BC or thereabouts was that the unexamined life is the life of a zombie. And unfortunately, that is the lives many of us are leading, and it is not just destroying the individual life of the zombie, but ultimately it will destroy the life of the culture as well. That's just me on my high horse, but that's my take anyway. All right, speaking of memes, this is from Pop Sugar from the Cleveland Clinic Wellness Center, Cleveland Clinic Wellness Center. Kristen Kirkpatrick, registered dietitian, and I have my problems with registered dietitians, by the way. She says, fats don't make you fat. A dietitian explains how it might actually be the opposite. No kidding. I think this dietitian needs to listen to the bright side because we talk about this all the time. Fats, by virtue of the fact they rev up your system, can actually cause you to lose weight if it's done correctly. Of course, this is about the ketogenic diet, which is a weight loss diet, as well as a brain health diet and a heart health diet and a high performance diet. And in this article, Kristen Kirkpatrick and the authors of the article make the same mistake most people who don't understand the body make when it comes to the ketogenic diet. They call it a high-fat, low-carb diet. It is not a high-fat, low-carb diet. It is a low-calorie, high-fat, low-carb diet. That's very important. The trick is to make the body think that it is starving, but give it some fat. When the body thinks it's starving, it goes into fat-burning mode. And if you give it just a little bit of fat, it will rev up this fat-burning system so that you burn more fat calories, you have more energy, and your high-energy organs, high-energy systems, such as your brain and circulatory system, heart, will benefit tremendously. It's the ideal diet for everything, for everybody. The ketogenic diet, when it's done correctly, that means low calorie. And I very rarely see that low calorie element of the ketogenic diet mentioned when it comes to mainstream descriptions of, or even dietitian descriptions of the value of the ketogenic diet. It has to be low calorie. All right, got one more here and then we'll get your phone calls. This was really interesting. Do you know, I noticed that in my practice, more and more younger folks are complaining about being anxious, sad, depressed. And so I read this article today, and it just kind of made sense. How being sad, depressed, and anxious online became trendy. Apparently, it's a thing now. Trendy emotional distress. That's what it's called. On Twitter, on Instagram, it's kind of like a thing. And it's mostly young people who have this thing. This is a study that was based on research that was done on social media. Mental disorders, a glamorous attraction on social media, from the Journal of Teaching and Education. Through the last decades, efforts have been invested in spreading awareness related to mental health in general, leading to more complex disorder complaints. This work presents two studies illustrating the glamorization of some mental health diseases on social media and how youth, and it is mostly youth, I've noticed, young people that is under in 20s, less under the 25 and younger, I would say. Youth might be misled into wrong practices in that respect. The study also details the result of focus groups conducted at Consulting Center for University of Balmond, which will project the point of view of university students on that issue. So apparently it's a thing to be depressed. Look, if it's a thing, that's not a problem. As long as you're not the thing isn't in control of you, as long as you're in control of the thing. Interestingly, this is really funny. In the article, the author of the article quotes a book by a guy named James Ball called Post-Truth. How bullcrap, and he didn't say bullcrap, How Bullcrap Conquered the World. That's a book I'm definitely buying. Post-truth. We live in a post-truth world. You notice that if you watch the news, you don't know what to believe. It's a post-truth world. I got sick of post-truth. That's why I named my company The Truth. I got sick of dishonesty. And it's not just blatant dishonesty, folks. It's dishonesty that masquerades as the truth. That's what post-truth is. There's always been bullcrap, but now we got bullcrap that promotes itself as not being bullcrap. Post-truth, how BS conquered the world. James Ball. All right, got a full line here now all of a sudden, which is a good thing. So we'll get your phone calls. 844-236-6010 is our number. Good morning, Barry. You've been holding on a long time. Greetings, my friend. What's going on?
Yes, good morning. Yes, I want to, I really like your comments, and I value them so much. And so you always hear people say about cancer feeds on sugar. What do you say?
Cancer, all right, so let's real quickly here. Cancer is not cancer. There's no such thing as cancer. Do you know that, Barry? There's no such thing as lung cancer. There's no such thing as gallbladder cancer. There's no such thing as liver cancer. There's no such thing as skin cancer. Of course, I'm being slightly facetious here, but I'm trying to make a point. There's skin cell cancer. There's breast cell cancer. There's ovarian cell cancer. There's liver cell cancer. It's a cellular phenomena. The medical model wants to do this little trick they play, and I'm not saying they do it intentionally, they just don't know, to misdirect us away from the cellular nature of disease. The cell doesn't need much. It certainly doesn't need anything the doctor can provide. And that's why we don't hear about it. So what you had to do for the cancer, if you're going to address it, you got to recognize its cellular nature. First in the nomenclature, in nominalization, naming it. Don't say you have breast cancer. Say breast cell cancer. Now we know we got to address the cell. A cancer cell is a cell that is in duress. It's overloaded. It's burdened. It's freaked out. It's like a baby that's been stuck in a bombed out city in World War II. If you can just picture what that looks like. Imagine like the worst bombed out city in World War II. Picture a baby sitting in the city with no mother, no father, just screaming and crying. It doesn't know what's going on. That's a cancer cell. And we, in our infinite wisdom, extract it or kill it or poison it or x-ray it or radiate it. But really, it's just a cell in duress. So when they say sugar feeds cancer, what they mean is cancer is a cell that has now developed a coping mechanism for dealing with the duress that involves it becoming a sugar burner, a sugar eater. Hang on, I'm going to finish this up when we come back from our break, Barry. Got to take a commercial. I'm pharmacist.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with Reputation Defender. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with Reputation Defender. Call 800-831-0771 now. That's 800-831-0771 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with Reputation Defender. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-831-0771 to learn more. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs ensures he gets the best use of his mineral supplements by using Youngevity's ultimate enzymes.
If you start a nutritional supplement program and you find that you get loose stools more than you get any benefits from the supplements, there's a good chance that you're not absorbing the minerals. Now, here's the thing about minerals and mineral absorption. You need to have a functioning fat system. You need to have functioning bile. You need to have a well-functioning liver and a well-functioning gallbladder in order to get the benefits from nutritional supplements with minerals. It's very common that as we get older, we don't absorb fats, we don't utilize fats, and then you won't be utilizing or absorbing minerals either. I would be getting on the ultimate enzymes from Youngevity. I'd be making sure I was taking them with all my meals.
To get optimal use of your nutritional supplements, order Ultimate Enzymes from Youngevity by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470 or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
Hey everyone! Proactive MD has an incredible offer for our radio listeners only. Stay tuned for our exclusive offer that includes a free charcoal pore cleansing brush and free shipping. Proactive MD with prescription strength adapalene can heal and prevent future breakouts. Today, for just $19.95, we're offering listeners the 3-piece Proactive MD system with free shipping, plus a free gift, the new charcoal pore cleansing brush. Get this exclusive offer by calling now, 1-800-583-8662, or go to proactive.com and enter promo code RADIO. You heard right. Proactive MD plus free shipping and a free gift. The new charcoal pore cleansing brush. You'll get all this for just $19.95 and their 60-day money-back guarantee. You're guaranteed to get clear and stay clear, or you get your money back. Call now. 1-800-583-8662. That's 1-800-583-8662. Or go to proactive.com and enter promo code RADIO. Again, go to proactive.com and enter promo code RADIO.
Would you like to get back that full head of hair from years past? Introducing Reveal from GCNlife.com. Beverly Hills dermatologist Dr. Nathan Newman invented Reveal, which contains polypeptides with natural botanicals and no parabens, sulfates, silicones, or dyes for a salon-quality hair growth product. Reveal. Here's Dr. Newman.
I've treated a lot of patients who lose their hair and they lose their confidence. We've created a unique set of polypeptides, which we call HPT6. The HPT6 contains the polypeptides from 6 different plants. The scalp infusion treatment should be used on wet or dry scalp. The Reveal hair care system is designed to be used for men and women alike.
Get Reveal at GCNlife.com with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So try Reveal today at GCNlife.com or 844-443-6637. Plus a discount up to 25% off for Reveal at GCNlife.com or 844-443-6637.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. Pharmacist Ben here. 844-236-6010 is our number. Talking to Barry in New Orleans about cancer. No such thing as cancer, but there are cancer cells. And the reason this is an important distinction is because if we think it's just an organ phenomena, we end up just feeling okay taking out the organ. But when we recognize it's a cellular phenomena, we can start to have some control over it. A cancer cell is a cell that does not know what to do. In order for a cell to be a cell, liver cell, uterine cell, ovarian cell, breast cell, it takes a lot of work, Barry. It takes a lot of nutrition. It takes a clean environment. It takes it takes oxygen. It takes other things as well. There are a lot of factors that have to be present in the right amounts. It's almost like a recipe or a formula that the soup within which the cell is sitting has to contain. If that does not happen, the cell freaks out. It doesn't know what to do. If it doesn't happen for a little bit, it'll just die. But over the course of time, the cell doesn't die. It just mutates. It changes. It shape shifts. It goes back in time to becoming a primitive cell, which is a bacterial cell, and it starts to divide like a bacterial cell, which is to say, it no longer cares about being an organ. It no longer cares to be a liver. A liver cell says, screw you. I'm not going to be a liver. You're not taking care of me. You're not giving me oxygen. You're not giving me vitamin C. You're not giving me nutrients. You're making me drown in your poisonous smoke and overloaded too much sugar and drugs and all the other, and chlorine and fluoride and all the other stuff you're making me drown in. So you know what? I'm just going to go off on my own and go rogue. I'm going to divide on my own. And when a cell divides on its own and is no longer a liver cell, it doesn't care about forming little substructures, mitochondria and ribosomes and Golgi apparatus and all the different thousands upon thousands of substructures that are in a cell. It just wants to divide. And it does it using its old-time favorite fuel, a bacteria's favorite fuel, which is, guess what, Barry? Sugar. And that's what it means that cancer feeds on sugar. Cancer cells use sugar as their primary fuel because they're suffocated. They're starved, and they're toxic. So robbing sugar is depriving, I should say, the cell of sugar is a strategy, and we should all be using the strategy because sugar revs up the system anyway, and sugar is considered by the blood after a tiny little bit, it's considered by the body, I should say, after a tiny little bit in the blood as a toxin, and it's got to be stashed away, which it is as fat for most of us. So that's a long way of explaining to you that whole idea of sugar feeding cancer. I hope that explains it and doesn't confuse things. Are we good, Barry?
Yes. If time permits, I have a friend who has MS. Now,
Yes.
remember he say something quite a while back, but I kind of came in on the tail of it.
Fast. Food control and fast. Get a book called The Walls Protocol. We had Terry Walls on the program maybe a couple years ago. I'm not sure when it was. A couple years ago, I think. And she cured herself of MS. She's a medical doctor. She was, mainstream medical doctor. She cured herself of MS by listening to The Bright Side. Now, I don't know if she listened to The Bright Side, but she might as well have because she did everything we talk about on The Bright Side. It's called The Walls Protocol, and she made herself a very important woman, rightfully so, in the alternative practice field because she lived the Bright Side principles and got all the changes that anybody who lives the Bright Side principles will get. Terry Walls, W-A-H-L-S. Barry, I got a bunch of calls I want to get to, my friend. Thanks so much for your call. Always appreciate your input. Let's move on to Mark in New Jersey. Good morning, Mark. What's up, bro?
My health guru, Dr. Hughes. How are you?
You know what guru is? G-U-R-U. You're your guru, not me.
You are the health guru. People should be listening. We've taken good care of our friends and family over the years with your advice. And
good deal.
Keep a healthy
Where in Jersey are you? Where in New Jersey are you?
South Jersey. Down
like what city?
Shore.
Whereabouts?
Stone Harbor.
Okay. You know I'm from New Jersey, right?
Cape Bay area, yeah.
I grew up in New Jersey.
I know.
New Jersey gets a bad rap, undeservedly so. New Jersey is a beautiful, at least parts of it are very, very beautiful.
Parts of it, yeah. We don't go to Camden.
Or Newark, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, so, what's going on?
So, Ben, my father-in-law came down, and this came on very, very quickly. He took Cipro for an apparent UTI, and next thing you know, he started in the respiratory distress. And they said, well, this is an acute pneumonitis, and some steroids, and we'll get you back on your feet. It's going to take a little time, and very quickly devolved, and now he's up at Temple Lung Center in Philadelphia.
That's terrible. Just one round of Cipro? Just one round of Cipro?
One round of Cipro, and now
I've heard of that.
This morning they told him it's pulmonary fibrosis with connective tissue disorder.
Oh, I've heard of that. That's what happens when you take, that's terrible.
I'm in your wheelhouse as far as...
Did he smoke? Does he smoke? Was he a smoker or anything?
30 years ago,
was he healthy in other ways?
This man, they just moved down the shore recently, last year, packed a 3,000 square foot house himself, packed it up, moved it, put it all back together at their new home, 10 hours a day in yard work. I mean, this is a man that, never showed a sign.
I'm very sorry. How old is he?
69 years old.
69. Okay, so it's not, it's rare, but I've heard of it. And not just with Cipro, by the way. It can happen with chemo drugs. It can happen with other antibiotics. It can happen with methotrexate. That's a classic one. And also certain heart drugs, in particular antiarrhythmic drugs. So it can happen. Pulmonary fibrosis is a reaction to the drug in the bloodstream. The lungs are highly perfused. So fibrosis usually means an immune response. It means a defensive response, a protective response. Now, if it's acute, it all happens. It can be pretty dramatic, and that's a problem. So what I would be doing if I were him is, first of all, practicing his SDR breathing as much as he can. It may hurt him to do that, but he's going to be starving for oxygen. Do they put him on a breathing machine or anything like that?
Oh yeah, he's on 30 liters of oxygen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything you do to start working on the muscles around the diaphragm. Working on his own deep breathing techniques. Once you got fibrosis there, it's very difficult, however. Anything he could do to minimize the immune response in other ways, that means controlling food intake mostly, because that's where immune activity comes from. And then also you might want to try certain supplements like vitamin E. Important for lung health, and also N-acetylcysteine and selenium. And then last but not least, he might want to consider injections, or IV, I should say, vitamin C and IV glutathione. Personally, that's what I would be doing.
Ironically enough, these are all things that I put him on as soon as he had respiratory distress. I reached right to the NAC.
Did you do the IV?
No, we did not. We didn't get
Get
that
him on some
far.
IV stuff too, glutathione particularly. Glutathione is very important for lung health. Yeah, I'd be doing the IV stuff. I'm sorry to hear all that, Mark. That's definitely a bummer. But there are things you could do, if not cure, at least minimize some of the symptomology. I want to get one more call in, my friend. Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate it.
Is it possible to consult with you off air?
Yeah, just send me an email, ben@ksco.com. Put your phone number there. KSCO. Yeah. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. God bless you. All right, Ria, you're going to get the last word today. What's going on? Ria in Japan. How you doing?
Hi. Hello.
Hey, Ria.
How are you?
I'm good. What's going on? You got about a minute here.
I have a long question.
What's the topic?
You know,
the general topic.
Okay. She had ulcerative colitis, and she was operated on, and she does not have her large intestine.
Oh my goodness. Who
and my
is this?
question is,
A friend of yours?
my mom.
Oh, your mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know.
And
You didn't tell me she didn't have
she's
her. You didn't tell me that part.
And she's taking a bunch of supplements. And my question is, I switched her to one of a B100 supplement that's a time release form.
Uh-huh.
In my mom's case, if she doesn't have a large intestine...
No, the B1 is the time release on the B1 takes it past the stomach into the small intestine. So the large intestine doesn't really do a lot of nutrient absorption. It mostly absorbs water. There's some nutrient absorption. I think B12 might be absorbed in the large intestine. But for the most part, it's the small intestine where the heavy lifting is done for absorption. There is still some absorption, though, that takes place in the large intestine. So she might be compromised a little bit. But for the most part, that's not going to be a problem. But why don't you just put her on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine liquid? Liquid. I would try the liquid as long as she doesn't get have problems with too much liquid. Sometimes without a large intestine, you have a problem with too much liquid. You'll have to play around with that, but that would be what I would do. Small amounts of liquid in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Yeah. Go ahead, real quick.
So a time release supplement is not a problem?
It depends on where it's designed to be released, but no, I don't think it's a problem. Usually they're designed for the small intestine. Okay, thanks, Ria. Have a great day. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for listening to The Bright Side, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com for the longevity products. And don't forget about truthtreatments.com for our Truth Skin Health products. Have yourselves a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.